Speaking of that, I actually played Dead by Daylight with a big streamer 2 days ago, and it was my 5th game as Survivor, and he didn't believe me. And Brian can attest that happened.
Attesting, yes.
But speaking of buying games, I just pre-ordered Hitman 2.
Oh, that looks really... I really need to pick up the last one. It looks so good.
Well, funnily enough, if you get the second one, you get all of the maps from the first one in that engine.
So it's basically the first 2 games. Oh, the second and first combined.
Yes, sir.
Oh, damn. Christmas.
And Green Man Gaming has a 15% off. Oh yeah, or wait till Christmas.
Yeah, it's more like I'm just trying to spend less money than I don't have coming in.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah. It's I mean, right now I'm really enjoying all these games that I have on Steam that I haven't played in a while. Or just Dark Souls 3, because my cousin got it for me.
We should play.
Yeah, it's been really fun. I played with Brian a little bit. That was really fun. I'm trying to do this Covenant thing, and I'm not getting it to work, and it's really frustrating.
Which one?
It's the one you do. You're supposed to do before fighting the tree with like. It's the one you shoot. You like attack his genitalia.
Yeah, the purple people.
Yeah, so I have to go into a cage of one of those bad guys in his back, and what happens though is every time I talk to the people in the cage, he talks about his grandma. I go and sneak behind the other guy, and I never get the prompt to go into his cage.
Then you might have accidentally triggered that.
Yeah, you think I might have killed the guy then?
I don't think I've heard of that false triggering since launch. You go to the one on the far right, along the cliffside, right?
Yeah, I go there. I do everything there. There's only one enemy after you take out the little gremlins of hats. Yeah, the elves. Talk to the creature in the cage, and then I sneak behind him, and I should be prompted to go into the cage. But I walk behind him. I get like literally breathing distance away, nothing.
Well, you're not missing out on anything special with that Covenant, at least.
Okay. I was like literally at the point where like I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna keep playing the game.
Yeah, plus the thralls are annoying enough to get back to there over and over.
I'm really good at that part though. Yeah.
That's nice. I think so. I have Hitman, and then I'm playing Assassin's Creed as far as single player game.
Odyssey?
Yes.
How are you liking that?
So I almost got Origins because they mixed up the formula a bit, but I barely held off. So this is my first Assassin's Creed in like 4 or 5 installments. So I'm really having a great time.
So your last one was Unity?
Last one was Brotherhood.
Oh, that's...
I'm only counting the main lines, not the side one.
They all blend together at this point. It's really hard to follow.
Yeah, but so honestly, it feels more like a Witcher, like an action RPG, than it feels like an Assassin's Creed game.
I mean, that's not bad, is it?
Not if you go into it expecting that, and I did. So.
Okay, that's good. I don't know. I always missed the parkour elements of it. I really enjoyed Unity, the one in France, because of it. They kind of put more attention to that. But everything has been streamlined in a way that seems a little less interesting. I don't know. I always like the idea of this like assassin running through the buildings in order to get to his target.
Same. That's why I actually liked the multiplayer in Brotherhood.
Oh right, it was like basically everyone is hidden as different people. You have to take out specific players, right?
Yes.
I was really bad at that. I could never win.
Yeah, it was pretty tricky for everybody. Basically, if the other person had any knowledge of how to play the game, it was so much harder.
Sorry, I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Me too.
But yeah, Day of Devs was fun. There's a few games I think you guys should look up if you guys have a chance. There's this one called Kids. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
What's the full title?
Literally just Kids. It's you see like these little black and white like figures, and there are tons of them on the screen. It's almost like this. I'd almost call it like a visual. It's almost like a music visualizer. It's on a touch screen. It's very bizarre and artsy, but I thought it was interesting and kind of fun. The other one I really enjoyed was like Noltar.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I just was surprised to hear anybody bring it up.
It's the one where you're a wizard, right? It's physics-based.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, it's really fun. I actually think I get a lot of Breath of the Wild vibes from it.
It's not still in early access, right?
I don't think so.
Because that's how I found out about it, but that was ages ago.
Yeah, right now on its Steam page, I think it's like they say it's going to be done when it's done. But for Brian and Justin, it's essentially a roguelike where you play a wizard going to a cave and keep on going lower and deeper into it. But the entire thing is, the entire game is like pixel art, but everything reacts to your magic and like the chemistry, I guess. Like if you have oils or something, they will light up on fire and they will keep burning. Or if it's a wooden thing, that would burn away, and eventually you can create a path that way. And explosions chip away at the earth. So you can actually like go deeper or into like hidden areas, like blowing up walls.
It basically Magica with even more immersion.
Yeah. Magica with what's it called? Bad Company 2 Destruction.
It's
I mean, if you're gonna go that far back, just say Red Faction.
Oh, that's true. But whenever I think of destructible environments, I think of Bad Company 2, because that's kind of what like popularized exploding buildings.
The first Red Faction cries.
Yeah, I don't.
Red Faction Corilla cries even more.
What is Red Faction? Please.
You know
it was the AAA franchise that popularized destructible environments.
Was it?
Yeah.
I was completely wrong.
It was like Battlefield.
Yeah. Guerrilla was after BFBC 2, of course, but yeah, no, that was kind of unlike Battlefield. That was the kind of claim to fame for that franchise.
That was like the selling point when games needed like an edge of some kind.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But it's
sorry.
I guess I'm just not old enough for this.
No, you're good.
I mean, I highly doubt I'm not different in age.
I was
but
5.
It's my job, so.
You know, definitely play that. The game I mentioned. I'm probably butchering the name, like Noltar or Noltir.
Also note that everything I say is usually just anecdotal. It is 100% not based on fact.
Yeah. Speaking of mechanics that are kind of claim to fame for franchises, something Assassin's Creed Odyssey has in it is basically a kind of simplified version of the Nemesis system from the Shadow of Mordor games.
I think I heard of this. Can you explain it more?
So what all that means is you have enemies that are kind of customized to you, and depending on which area of the game you're in, they'll hunt you down.
Are these the cultists?
These are mercenaries, but I think the cultists are one of the ones that hired them.
Okay, so I keep on hearing about this, but I keep on hearing that the less you know, the better. But if this is what it is, that actually sounds really cool.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a big difference for my playstyle, but it's a good addition to the game.
Are you like a stealth player or like just hardcore combat?
Stealth. I'm still playing it like an assassin.
I love that time period. It just feels weird for it to be an Assassin's Creed game.
Wait, which one?
Yeah.
Which one?
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Brian,
Not
have
so
you played
much.
Odyssey? Or what are your thoughts on it?
Brian
It's an
likes
interesting
Odyssey.
game. Yes, I love Odyssey, apparently. Yes.
But like, why would you say interesting at first? That's because I know you're pretty into like Assassin's Creed.
Chicho?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? No. I thought that was a question for you.
Oh, you're the one that said interesting. That wasn't me. Shit.
Oh no, I thought you said it was.
No,
interesting,
you
which is why
definitely
I
said
was
that, Brian.
Yeah, which is why I was listening towards your justification.
Oh no, I said I loved it. So nothing from my end.
But why is it simply interesting? Explain your reasoning.
No, I said I loved it. I didn't say I found it
You
interesting.
said interesting. I loved it.
Yeah, you
That's
said I
what-
love it,
you're
but then you
hiding.
said interesting. So which one? It can't. I don't.
Wait,
think
I did
because-
not say interesting.
Yes,
Sorry,
you did.
we're all three of us say
I
you
heard
did.
it. I heard
Okay,
it.
just-
Did you hear it, Christian?
Forget what I said. Just we'll admit that for now. Move on.
No. We want your input though. We want your esteemed and highly valued.
I'm working. Keep talking.
What is this Discord?
I am working on the Discord right now. Don't mind me.
What are you working on?
I'm
He's
putting up
fixing
the
the mod.
images.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So speaking of Pinterest,
Pinterest. Yeah, we thought that was a blacklisted word.
when did you get addicted?
To Pinterest?
Well, it certainly seems like he is.
Someone's addicted to Pinterest.
Well, was posting pictures about everything we were talking about.
Were those Pinterest interests? Were
Do
those
you know what
Pinterest?
Pinterest is?
Yes, it's a website full of. It's got a
popular
lot of
just
things.
moms.
They sell things too, actually.
It's like Etsy and
Yeah, it's a little like
Google
Etsy.
Image combined.
Yeah,
That's a good way to put
it says it's a social network though.
it. Fine. It's like Etsy, Google Images, and Tumblr combined.
Okay.
Tumblr.
I think it was like Google Circle, whatever that failed social network was.
Google Plus? Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
that one.
Oh my god, Google Plus.
I think I heard it's shutting down,
Oh, it already did, I think.
but it was because of a data breach.
Which is
okay. That's even worse.
hilarious.
That's actually
I
yeah.
think that's a great.
Data breach. That is what
It's go on.
Data breach.
it
which
took
is
a
another
data
way of
breach to
saying
get them to
it's
shut down.
Bad.
No one used.
Yeah, mad cause bad. You know, if you're worse than Facebook, then I don't know what you can really like do to salvage yourself.
I mean, they should have waited until everyone hated Facebook.
Yeah,
It's
honestly,
pretty close. Most people are falling off of Facebook, I feel.
Yes,
Yeah.
now, but it came out like 6 years ago.
yeah, which was kind of at the height of Facebook, which is a bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was DOA.
That was a mess. I think people are migrating more towards Instagram simply because, well, the reason I'm quote unquote migrating to Instagram or just, viewing Instagram more than I view Facebook is because Facebook has so much garbage on it. Just people kind of sharing things rather than sharing their lives.
It's a lot more clutter. I feel like
Yes.
Instagram has a better UI system,
Yes.
and I think that the way you get what you want, like on it, is a little more easier. My only issue with Instagram is this is personal, I just get a lot of FOMO. Like, I feel like I'm not living. I know like all these images are not real. They don't reflect actual people's lives to the full extent. But I know myself too much, and I'm like, this is not gonna make me feel good. I'm just gonna feel bad watching Instagram.
How dare you have self-awareness?
There should be a disclaimer on the side of every single photo. These images are not indicative of what this person is currently living and the shit that they're going through. Definitely would help a lot of misunderstanding.
But yeah, I've been just going on social media less and less because of that. Because I don't really have any reason why. What's it called? I don't know. Facebook, I kind of keep to communicate with family. That's, I don't know. It's also good. I think Facebook's good for like finding events, but nothing else really draws me to it.
Yeah.
I still use it for international friends.
Yeah, it's good for that.
I have Facebook kind of like a LinkedIn. It's to keep me connected with people. And if I have to message them, then I can message them through Messenger. That's pretty much the extent of Facebook.
I like Messenger. It's very useful.
Yeah.
And it's got cute stickers, which is why I hate texting and why I like Messenger.
I like the GIF, like instant like GIF use.
Apparently,
Yeah,
iPhones
it's
have
a lot
that,
harder to text links.
but I don't have an iPhone, so I can't really.
Same.
talk to that.
I've also been aware of like the weird segregation between iPhone and Android.
I realized that people who prefer texting are all Apple users, which is mostly you'll see. They always ask for my number, and then outside they always ask for my Facebook, my Instagram.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I wonder if that's also part of it. Like this weird, I want to say console war, but like platform war between the mobile devices.
It's very much so. They kind of want to differentiate between each other, but
Yeah.
it's also really ironic because most of the mobile phones that try to that they say want to differentiate themselves from Apple in the Android sector, they all end up adopting something from Apple. Like recently, the fucking notch, and before that, it was the USB-C and no headphone jack. Fuck
Wait,
that.
who took
Wait,
no headphone jack?
what Android phones got rid of the headphone jack? Yeah.
It wasn't Samsung. Pixel did.
heard it.
Yeah, Pixel did. What was it called? Was it OnePlus? Chinese phones, pretty much all across the board.
Really?
I know the Huawei did.
I think there was the Sony phones. They got rid of the headphone jack. Like half of them had headphone jacks, half of them.
Well, Pixel can do whatever it wants and piss off its 2 users, but if the Galaxy did it, there'd be much bigger fallout.
Yeah, I've basically stuck with Galaxy my whole time, and I like headphone jack. It's not that complicated. I don't know. It's just universally used. I think Apple is just trying to make themselves off to be like this very exotic and luxury item. I don't know.
What? Apple work on its branding?
It's, I don't know. To me, it seems like if you're not 100% in Apple, there's no reason to be in it.
Yeah, Apple. That's kind of that was their marketing strategy. Very good. Kind of like we're gonna make our users so immersed in this Apple. They had a term for it. The Apple
Ecosystem?
environment. The ecosystem. Yes, exactly. They're like, we're gonna have you so dug in deep inside this Apple ecosystem, which is more like an Apple trench, because the deeper you go, the harder it is to get out and see the light of day. But they've got shit like on iTunes, sync to iTunes, sync to iCloud, sync to all your things, and it's so convenient to use when you have all of the Apple things, or when other establishments have a lot of Apple things. But then the moment you run into one Windows machine, you're fucked. Like you have no idea how to operate it, and you have no way to get your iPhone to sync compatibly and work cooperatively with that Windows machine. So
Yeah, no, I hate that. I hate not being able to mess around with files on an Apple device. But I don't want to invest in basically recreating what I have outside of that in an Apple environment. It just it's way more money and time that I don't want to invest.
it used to be fairly convenient to use your Apple products with your Windows machines, because I had an iPod Touch, and that was literally like a drag and drop from iTunes into your iPod. But nowadays, you have to download a lot of things, and that's times have changed.
Things are complicated.
Things are complicated. Relationships are complicated. Life is complicated. Software is complicated. Hardware is complicated. Everything's a service. Things more or less aren't like, oh, you can buy this.
But then there's Nintendo, who literally just went back to cartridge this generation.
Really cool. I love that.
The cartridge that tastes bad.
Yeah, they do. Have you actually popped one of those in your mouths before?
No, I'm afraid of who else has licked them. I also don't own a Switch, so I feel like if it's not mine, I'm not gonna lick it. I think that applies to a lot of things.
Yeah, it's kinky in a very. It's kinky. It's kinky. So it was. I honestly think it's a little impractical because right now for my Switch I have like half cartridges and half software, and I realized that like the mindset that I had was that the games that I really wanted, I wanted to have the cartridge in the box. But then I realized when I swapped from one game that I like to another game that I like, which is pretty much the only time I swap games, I have to pop out the cartridge every single time and then switch it for another one.
So would you just go all digital then if you had the foresight?
But it's so cool to have a box, you know? And it sits there collecting dust, but then you can be like, I love this game so much that I have the box and the cartridge and everything.
That's why you get the collector's edition, which comes to the download code.
Basically, yeah. The collector's edition is physical, and there's beauty in that. Like, maybe if I settled down in somewhere a little more permanent, I would like tape my boxes on the wall, like posters. If there's a lot of empty wall space, I would do that. Just because I'm proud of some of these physical copies that I have.
Right. I mean, that kind of actually speaks to another trend. Things are just becoming more digital based. Like, what do you guys think of? You think that this might be the last generation to just be purely like have physical and digital, or do you think that's going to exist to some degree?
Convenience.
Yeah, it's all just convenience.
So long as it's way more convenient to have all digital, that is the way it'll keep moving. The only way I see it moving back is if there's some huge like incident around people's privacy or control of their product.
The pre and post incident life, just
yeah. Because for example, everyone's terms of service say, you know, you're buying a license for this product, you don't actually own this product, and if one of the, you know, quote unquote too big to fail distributors goes down, and people suddenly find out, oh wait, we can't play, you know, these 8 huge games from them anymore, then I think we could see a resurgence. Otherwise, I don't see it happen.
Physical stuff is also in the very, very long term on environment. So like, I do support the shift into more digital stuff, but it's just very nostalgic to have something physical.
I will say it does feel nice to buy a physical game, and then that hype you feel when you're on your way home. Like that is
buying a physical book is like the exact same thing too, and reading a physical book compared to an e-reader, completely different.
Yeah, I still prefer reading normal books.
Like I bring my Kindle everywhere I go from there, but the few times that I do have a book that actually like I can open up, it's a little less convenient, and I think everything about it is a little less convenient than a Kindle, but it like the aesthetic of it, the feel of it, the smell of it, smelling
the weight.
Yes, smelling a book is fantastic. That's probably maybe my top 1 or 2 things for owning a book. Probably
I do think a bookshelf still looks really nice. Like if you actually have a collection of books you've read. I don't know, that to me it still has some social currency.
Oh yes, speaking of social currency, you can also lend those books to people.
Right.
Like e-reader, yeah.
Remember when Microsoft wanted to do that for games and everyone told them they were stupid? And they went back and everyone was like, wait, why are you being stupid? And when the Xbox came out, new features, everyone was like, where are the new features? And Microsoft was like, well, you guys didn't want them. So.
Xbox One.
People are fickle creatures, man.
I did like how Sony got back at them though.
Not knowing what's better for.
Did you guys see that the Sony's response to that? Like how we share games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very shit-eating grin.
Yeah. 2 guys on stage and one guy just hands the other person the game. And like, there we are. That's our feature.
The video is up on bots and streams if you guys want to take 22 seconds to look at it.
The
Is it
video.
an anime video? What?
No, the PlayStation.
I do
how
not
you
have
share.
permission to view the message history of streams and
Yeah,
bots.
same.
Yeah, same.
What?
I'm not a stream and a bot, unfortunately.
Yeah, no permission.
When did we? What? Oh boy. I did not make that. Okay.
Oh no, it says welcome. Alright, I'm in.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm still not.
One moment.
Oh, I see the
Okay,
video
now
now.
I can see that. Like I said, very cheeky.
This is how you share your games on PS4.
But yeah, there's definitely still value to physical copies. It's just, like for example, I was considering buying the collector's edition for Sekiro, but it's just not it's not a good enough value to really get me to do it, and that's only for a game that's, you know, like my most anticipated of, you know, a few years.
What does it come with? Like, what's the special edition about?
It's got like a statue, the art book, and then some other stuff I didn't care about.
Art books are nice. Those, but you can always, I guess, buy them later to some extent. I mean, it depends on like how wide the sale is.
Plus, I can't get the collector's edition on sale.
How much is it?
I don't remember. It's 100 something, maybe 150. But the point is, like, I can pre-order that game for $45, or buy it for 120 or 150 or whatever.
Right. I can see someone making a device to just display all the digital items you own, to kind of mimic the idea of there being like a bookshelf or a physical copy of what you have permission to own but don't really own.
Yeah, eventually we'll just 3D print everything.
It's possible. 3D printing housing. That's spicy.
That's in the works.
It's definitely gonna happen, I think.
Well, it's already been done. I've watched a few videos of it. It's just not economic yet.
A little shoddy, yeah. Rough around the edges, but
Oh no, I just mean it's not cost efficient.
oh,
And that needs to happen for it to really go forward.
like it's actually just less cost efficient than producing a house with manpower.
And I guess resources too. I do like the idea the concept is basically a soft-serve house.
I think its current niche is for temporary housing, because they can put up, you know, more or less a house in like 20 minutes. I think they were prototyping some stuff for the army.
That does sound that is interesting. I didn't know they can do it in 20 minutes. That is a huge draw. I can see.
Thanks, BChan.
Thanks, Ujin.
Oh shit, that's right. You guys. Okay, I've been doing this for like the past hour. Lols.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, so just ignore
Yeah,
me.
that's why I was teasing him about.
Ignore me.
I remember seeing a video that was it being done in real time, and it was like 20 minutes for the house.
That's still bizarre.
Wait, should we watch this right now?
I already saw it.
Oh, 20 seconds.
It's really, it's like less than 30 seconds.
That's cute. Thanks.
It's a good one. It's definitely something that.
Dang it. I'm gonna play Smash so bad.
Oh yeah, wasn't there some like wait, they just realized they just had like the final announcements of
The piranha plant is looking nutty.
I like the Piranha Plant. Everyone's giving it shit, but I like it.
He's my jam.
But they actually said that there's like 4 more characters or 5 more characters they still haven't like announced, like DLC wise.
I think so, but they've already planned out the characters. They just haven't announced them. They have like the whole cast chosen already and everything.
What do you think they're gonna be?
They kind of have to be. Balancing a game that big takes way too long.
I think Waluigi might still be up there, you know?
I don't know, man. He's already earned an assist trophy.
Dude. So, no. I think... Wait, I have to sneeze, but I don't really.